Hey, what's up guys? Ahawk here on Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai Online. This will be a multiplayer battle that I face against a 10-star opponent. It's been quite a while since I've played, since I've shown a video of this game, and this is a really special battle because so many people online very unusually underestimate the power of these vocab right here. And we will be showcasing this unit throughout the battle. These vocab, I love them so much. They're a really awesome unit. I think I should show people how to use them. So we actually see it some more online. So let's see, my opponent brought a really largely cavalry-based army. He brought lots of Yari Cav, lots of upgrades, and or a couple Saber Cav. I brought my Imperial Guard Cav right here to lay down a couple shots. It wasn't very effective, but then I turned around and I countercharged this one unit with all my cavalry. I have one unit of upgraded Shogun Guard Cav to Inspire, and I have a whole bunch of units of vanilla Yari Cav. I find the vanilla Yari Cav to do just as good as any other Yari Cav unit, really. I mean, yeah, there's upgrades are effective, but I find that quantity beats quality in this case, I think. Honestly, in my opinion. Looks like I have my Avatar's Bodyguard right here trying to inspire my men to make sure they fight harder. And here's my vocab. I want to show you how these guys work. These guys don't kill very quickly, but they can do a very good job skirmishing. Bows are completely underestimated in this game. And we'll see these guys just kick ass right here. Check this out. Okay, I didn't do very much. But they'll be able to lay down a whole bunch of fire. So they have 11 kills right now, and we'll be checking on them later. They can just lay a constant fire over hills, over terrain, and that's what makes them a really awesome unit. Because see, I can just sit them here, right here, and they can't shoot back at me, and I can just shoot right at them. They have extra range. They can use the terrain to their advantage, and they have speed and mobility. And since Fall of the Samurai units have very little armor, they can pretty much every shot that hits an enemy will pretty much kill them. So that's what I'm kind of counting on right here. The only thing that they really don't have is severe firepower abilities, and they don't kill very quickly. But if you get in a kind of a standoff fight, these guys can just shoot without being shot back at. This is the perfect unit for you, and perfect on maps like this where the terrain is very useful. They can also get really good flanking shots on 150 Marine units, and that makes them very useful. Looks like most of my Cav was destroyed in that engagement, except for one unit of Yari Cav. Couple units of Yari Cav. Yeah, 2 units of Yari Cav survived, but most of my other Cav died. It was at the expense of a pretty good chunk of his cavalry army too, and considering his army had considerably more upgrades, I think I can consider that engagement a win. He's going to try to pull his Cav behind my lines, but I have a spear levy just designed just for the job of deterring enemy cavalry. And you know, many people use spear levy as meat shields, but I personally like to use them as Cav deterrents because they're cheap and they have 20 bonus versus cavalry, and that'll be just enough to defeat these guys. However, in terms of meat shields, I find that these vocab are much more useful because meat shields are really, they're used so that you can get the first shot. However, you can get the first shot without wasting your funds on spear levy, and you can just do this. You can just shoot these guys. Yeah, see, they have 127 men now. Hasn't changed very much. This might not be the replay I'm thinking of, but I think they do more later. Looks like he did kind of a lame charge in the back right here. He was trying to do some good damage, but I don't think he did very much. See, most of my line infantry, they begin to face their cavalry like this, and see the volley they give off. There we go. Yeah, so they're going to waste most of these cavalry right here. And here's some spear levy. I'm going to use them to attack his Yari Cav. And see, they're just going to get wrecked. These guys are just going to get wrecked right here. And they have nowhere to go, too. And see these white bears right here? They're also just waiting. Or these red bears. Look at that. They're just waiting to shoot these guys. They just give it a devastating volley. They're going to rout these guys. So there goes his Cav advantage right there. His Cav advantage is just wrecked in that one engagement right there. And now that I don't have to worry about his cavalry, I can worry about the front of his army. He is a leadership general, so he has naval bombardment. I'm going to move these guys out of the way. I find that a lot of times naval bombardment is quite useless. It doesn't really do much damage, considering it takes a long time to get there, and even besides that, it doesn't really do that much damage. Well, it does pretty good amount of damage, but the area affecting it is not really too much, so you can't really get too many kills with it if you get a smart player. If you're going against a smart player, you can't really use it. Looks like he used it pretty well right here, because I was kind of stupid or something. I made a stupid micro mistake. I only took like 15 casualties though. So is that really worth a level 10 avatar just to get 20 kills? I don't think it's worth that many upgrade points. Only thing that's really good in the command sector, I think, is the what do you call it? Yeah, I like the scouting, or the reconnaissance. That's right. I like the reconnaissance bonus, and I like the increased army morale. It's not as effective as it was in Shogun 2, but yeah, it's still pretty good. It's alright. I don't know. Now let's check them on my bocav again. See these bocav? I should be putting them in a more able firing position right here. I should be using it so that, you know, more than this side can just shoot. But look at that right now. They've racked up 95 kills and 0 losses. Not a single man has died. And that's what I love about these bocav. See, they're just wrecking these Shogunate Guard infantry, and they can't do anything about it. Looks like he is winning on this side of the engagement. That was kind of a surprise to me. And it looks like my men are routing on this side. Or, no, they're wavering. So they're pulling back. I'm going to pull them back over the hill so that now I can use my bocav to my advantage. Because my bocav can shoot over this hill right here. And I can just wait for him. Looks like they did end up breaking, and I don't like this situation because now I only have 2 lines to bocav, so I want these extra lines so I can cover this flank. So I'm going to send my bocav in to inspire them. Not necessarily to inspire them, but just maybe seeing that there are other units coming back might be useful. And yeah, now they come back from wavering. I also want to slow them down so that they don't they don't chase down my red bear and make them shatter. So it looks like my bocav is now wavering. I just pulled them in for a quick charge just to make sure that they don't rout my red bears. And now I'm pulling them back to do what they do best, and that is skirmishing. They have 100 kills now. And I'm going to pull them back, and I think I'm going to fire at these guys right here. Because once I can break this flank, I can move one of these units over here to deal with this unit. And he made a stupid charge right here into my red bears. These red bears have good melee attack. They can beat these guys in melee. Not to mention they can shoot pretty good. So red bears are very good overall infantry unit to use. If you want my suggestion on how to upgrade line infantry, my best suggestion is just go with red bears or black tortoise force and use them as vanilla units. I wouldn't suggest using them other than that. I mean, I see these upgraded extra range black bear units every so often, and they really just aren't that effective. I mean, if you can use these extra ranged units like bocav, they're so cheap. They're so cheap. That's another advantage of bocav. They're just so cheap. I mean, they're very cost effective, and not too bad in melee either. Look, check this out. Check this out. Bocav in melee. They're gonna rout these guys, I think. Yeah, look at that. Look at the damage they're doing. Yeah, this is bocav. Look at that. Look at that damage they're doing right now. They're up to 160 kills. Bocav. And they only have 20 losses. So there we go. My cowardly red bears are running again. They're gonna come back, I think. They should come back. Looks like some men in melee are rushing after them. Now, knowing that my red bears are better in melee than the Shogunate infantry, and seeing that they're in close proximity, I decided to charge them in. And then I send my bocav for Hamel and Amber charge. Check this out. These guys are just beasts. These guys are just a perfect multi-purpose unit for all the same way. They're good at skirmishing. They're good at if you put some accuracy upgrades on them, they're just deadly accurate. And they can also be used for these rear charges. And just check this out. Check this out. Oh, they didn't move into melee. And they're still shooting whilst doing this. That's what I love about them. And these guys are only about 750 koku with my upgrades, and they have 216 kills already. And to keep in mind that these 216 kills are all in Shogunate infantry and other expensive units. That's what I love about these BoCav, and I have another couple good replays for them too. Actually, no, I don't. There's one really awesome replay, but I forgot to save it. But it was amazing. This guy was just standing there and taking my BoCav fire. And check out this. These BoCav are going to hit them in the rear too. These guys are not as bad in melee as they're made out to be. These guys are just awesome. Awesome multi-purpose unit. And now I'm going to draw his general into the fire of my Red Bears here. Now that my Red Bears have expectedly won the melee fight over here, I'm going to move in and... oh, wait, this is under his command, so he has a morale shrine. Oh, looks like I have the... No, I just have the archery dojo. I don't have anything else. So I'm going to pull these guys, these Red Bears, to use some flanking shots on the shogunate infantry. And his general is his one advantage. That's his one melee advantage. Or not melee, his morale advantage. So now I'm going to use my BoCav to lay down some fire on the shogunate infantry. Or maybe I'm going to use them for a flanking charge. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to do just shooting. And seeing this, he knows he can't really do anything. He can't do jack shit to fight these BoCav over this hill. So he's going to try to charge them. I'm going to run them away, and he's going to get caught on my Red Bear infantry. And seeing that his general is hooked up over here, my Red Bear's going to start firing on them from the flank, and that's just going to devastate them. And there goes his one advantage in the battle. He rallied himself to try to keep him in the battle, and my BoCav charge just sealed it for him, and his general is now a mere corpse on the field of battle. He still has the morale shrine though, so his shogunate infantry will stick around for a little while longer, but I don't expect them to make a big deal. And here my BoCav finally rout. Oh yeah, here's another advantage. They have 10 morale too. That's more than it's the same as Saber Cav, and it's more than Yari Cav. They have better morale than Yari Cav. That's what I love about them. And so there goes the replay. I thought that was a great example of how to use BoCav, and yeah, I'll see you in maybe next replay or something like that. I want to show you an awesome replay about my ambush. That'll be coming up right after I post this one. So I'll see you then. Alright guys, for my second replay, I want to show you guys a battle of an epic ambush. I just loved this map. I love the map, and I loved this battle because of the epic ambush that took place here. Yeah, well, seeing that he had a general's bodyguard here. Actually, no. Never mind. I take that back. I want to start with how I used the reconnaissance feature on my general, on my, for my general's command avatar. So I can use reconnaissance for command avatar, and I can see his deployment. It's kind of like Shinobi Informer, except they don't really know that you can see their deployment. So that's what I really love about it. Because I know, well, my tactic when I see that someone uses Shinobi Informer against me, I always hide my units as soon as possible so that they can't see my deployment. And that's a very effective means to attack, to counter this movement. But using my reconnaissance, he didn't know that I was seen. However, he did end up hiding all of his troops anyway, and I know that he hid like 2 units or 3 units of elite, really, really highly upgraded Yari Cav in this forest right here. And I knew exactly what he was going to do. I knew he brought like an all-Cav army. He brought like, probably 4 or 5, probably 4 Yari Cav that are heavily upgraded, and he probably brought, probably maybe a Saber Cav. I know he brought a Carbine Cav too. One in this forest. I think he brought a Yari Cav and a Carbine Cav in this forest, both heavily upgraded, and he brought 3 Yari Cav in this forest, I think. I'm not quite sure. And then this is General, which is a Bushido General, mixed with guns. So, what I love about this battle is that he intended to ambush me, and what ends up happening here is that I ambush him. And that's what I just love about this. And this is an all-Cav army. It's not really that hard to beat, so I'm just gonna, it's not really that much of a accomplishment for me to win this battle, but I just love this right here. And I want to show you guys my ambush tactic. I knew that he was going to come down through these woods, and he's going to try to flank me out. So I hid these units right here, and I hid my Imperial Infantry. I'm going to set them in a formation like this, and they'll look very vulnerable. They'll look like a perfect opportunity to charge. these Imperial infantry right here. Imperial infantry, they're bad at melee, and if you get the ambush on them where they can't shoot, it's gonna just wreck them. And but I'm gonna let him do that. I'm gonna let him wreck my Imperial infantry at the cost of all 3 of his Yari Cav. Cause see, I got these United States Marines, which are excellent shooters. 70 accuracy, 85 reload skill, 150 range. These guys are just gonna wreck them if they get the opportunity. And look, they have clear line of sight right into those Imperial infantry. See those Imperial infantry right there? They're gonna be my meat shields. Probably not the best meat shield, but they're perfect, enticing opportunity for this guy to just wreck my Imperial infantry. And when he leaps on that opportunity, you can barely see my guys in the back. They're gonna let loose. They're just gonna wreck them. So I'm gonna try to make these guys look as enticing as possible. Make these guys look like a target. See, they're isolated. There's no other units around them that he can see at least. So it looks like an enticing opportunity to just wreck them. And I hope that's what he gets. I hope that's what he's gonna do. And when he does it, he'll be screwed. So that's what I wanted to show you. We'll be coming back to that. Right now, I'm just using my spear levy to take this farmhouse, and I take it. And there's a what's this, a sword dojo. It's not really a high priority in my army. I have 3 units of Yari Cav with pretty good upgrades. What, level 5, level 4, level 3. And I have a command general with a little bit of gun. And I think another thing that I love to say about this battle is that this guy was like, oof, I want to say a 7-star gold. Maybe even more. He might have been like a green star, a blue star. I don't know. That might be unlikely though. I think he was a 7-star gold. And people like me too, they just hate those upper guys. Those guys that are like on the top. In this battle, I think I'm on like a 9 or 10-star silver, which is all right. I think it's a good median between overpowered and fair. I think it's a good median. 10-star silver. That's what I'm going to work at. I'm not going to boost my avatar anymore. I don't think I like 10-star silver, and I like these epic 14,000 fun battles. I don't like just fighting, tiny funs. I don't like that. So let's see what happens. I know that his cav are meanwhile moving through this forest, and I think they're gonna be like right here when they charge me. So we'll come back to that. When I see them pop up in the forest, I'll immediately move over there. But let's just take a look at other sides of the forest. I'm gonna do some scouting. I'm gonna use my bow cav right here. I think you saw them in my last replay. Obviously, they're not gonna be very good in this battle because most of his units are heavily armored and gonna be not too effective against his units. So he has a carbine cav right here, which are pretty expensive, and they're gonna try to shoot at my bow cav, and they're just gonna wreck them if I give them the opportunity. So I'm gonna pull back my bow cav, I think. Yeah, pulling them back, and they won't want to move into the range of my black bears, which are currently taking the bow dojo, or the sword dojo rather. Sorry. So now all the dojos are mine. The clock is ticking, so he's going to have to attack me soon enough. And he thinks, well, right here, he doesn't really have much of an opportunity because my black bears are facing them at the only direction they can come down the hill, which is right here. Right here, there's a kind of a terrain feature that doesn't allow them from flanking me. So, and even if he does try to flank me, I'll be able to reform in time. So he can't attack here. So here's what he does. He attacks like this. And check this out. I just thought, surprise mofo, This guy just, he took the bait. Just exactly what I wanted to. This is a perfect ambush right here. This is perfect. My Imperial infantry route too soon, but just look at that. I got so many free shots. And look at this. Oh my god, this is just beautiful. This is just amazing. And see what I see? I knew the dude was going to do this, and so I sent all my Yari Cav. And I'm going to get some flanking shots on them too. Flanking charges. So just look at that. Look, oh my god. This is just beautiful. And I'm going to send in my general to inspire too. My United States Marines, they're a really tough unit. Really good in melee. They're going to stand up. And then my cavalry is going to charge them right in the back. And that was just so beautiful. My United States Marines killed 123 men in cavalry. And heavily upgraded cavalry at that. Shogunate Guard cavalry. They killed 132 men in cavalry. And it's just that was the deciding moment of the battle right there. That was absolutely decisive. He brought two units of one unit of Shogun Guard Cav and one unit of Yari Cav from the woods right here, and he really did not use these guys very well. So yeah, I'm able to take down like half of the unit before they can even get to my line, and that's just going to be devastating. And here comes my spear levy to support, and I have more Imperial infantry in the rear to shoot them up. And that was a victory. I think he rage quitted, just typical of the 10-star golds. And I thought that was a great replay, and I hope I shared it well with you, and I'm glad that, and I hope that you enjoyed it. So I'll be hoping to post more replays like this. I'm on spring break, so I'm going to try to post more replays like this, and I'll be playing a lot of Shogun 2 online, and I will hopefully be posting more replays like this for you guys to view and enjoy. So I'll see you in my next videos. Peace out.